all right. Coming back once again. Thanking the Lord as always. Giving a great shout out to everybody. Hope everybody's still doing well. Giving a shout out to you, James. Looking at your email on Enoch and Elijah, which is a beautiful email. And I don't claim to know it all. Trust me, I can only just go off this word of God and get out of the way. And Pop, Midi Man, YouTube family, PP Draws, all of y'all. Y'all can join in with me on this because we'll never know it all, bro. But it's glad to see somebody want to learn the word of God. Now, your question was, why did God take Enoch and Elijah? Which I think is a beautiful question. And I love to hear everybody input because I'm going to say this because we're not here to add or take away from the Bible. But sometimes when you are studying, you have to go off in your imaginary mind and wonder about certain things. This is one of the things I always wondered about also. But let's get right into it. And once again, I'm not here to say I know it all. Y'all can help me with this. But according to the Bible, we learn about Enoch and Elijah. They was pretty much the only two people God took to heaven without them dying. And it tells us Enoch walked with God. Then he was no more because God took him away. And then we read about the chariot of fire and horses of fire that appeared and separated the two of them. And we know what happened with Elijah. He went up to heaven in a whirlwind. And Enoch is pretty much described as a man who walked with God. I believe he lived 365 years, and 300 of those years he walked with God. And Elijah, to me, this is just me now speaking, Elijah was probably one of the most powerful prophets in the Old Testament. And when you think about that question you asked, why did God take Enoch and Elijah? See, the Bible don't really say. It really don't give us the answer. That's why I'm not going to just say, well, this is what it mean or it mean it. Now, the only thing I can do on that is just like what you can do or what Mini Man can do. This is where we give our little 2 cents, what we think. And ain't nothing wrong with having little talks, not adding or taking away from the word because, like I say, it's a lot of things we wish we knew the answer of. And why did God take Enoch and Elijah? Well, I'll just give you my little input on that. Um, I believe from studying from the beginning to the end that, and I could be wrong with this. That's why I say don't. I mean, hey, we just got to go off in our mind about this. But when I look at the end, when I think about the two witnesses, just in my little spirit, I think that the reason he took Enoch and Elijah, because he was, going to show us those two witnesses in the end times, which I think could possibly be Enoch and Elijah. But I heard some others say it could be Moses and Elijah, so on and so on. But once again, everybody's opinion is good to me on this because don't none of us know. You don't really know who the two witnesses is gonna be. But as I studied, it's just what I came up with. Now, when you think about those two witnesses, what is that in Revelation chapter 11, I believe, around verse 3. Now, that's where I got that from. But then it may be that God wanted to save Enoch and Elijah from experiencing death because they were so faithful in serving and obeying God. He probably didn't want them to die, especially back then. In the Old Testament, there was a lot of killing going on. It was a lot of wickedness on the earth. And I remember if it was, I think Enoch said, I have a testimony that I have pleased God. And God took Enoch away. Elijah got taken away. And I always thought about that because they were so faithful in serving God. Y'all remember when I did the video saying, who would you want to be in the Bible if you had a chance? And I was saying, I want to get carried away like Enoch, to not even experience the death. Just go right on with the Father. Go straight on in to heaven. I thought that was beautiful in the Bible. But whatever the case is, we know this for a show that God has a purpose. And we don't always understand God's plan. We really don't. And we know that his way is perfect, but ours is not. So that's my little 2 cents on why did God take Enoch and Elijah to heaven with them dying. See, I always like to have little real talks like this, sometime, because it's good to keep the word of God on our mind. And And I believe in my, in my spirit that God likes when we talk about his word. Even if we ain't all right or wrong. But the thing I like about it, ain't gonna be no fallout because you might believe something different. But that was, the question to me was why did God take, Enoch and Elijah? And I always think about who is these? That's my question. I always want to really, who are these two witnesses at the end? It could be somebody else. Could be. We'll never know. I just want to make sure I make it in, bro. So with all that being said, God bless you and God keep you.